Hello, my friends. Welcome back to Daily English Practice Channel. I'm Anna. In part 4, Emma survived a terrifying attack. A mysterious silver rose appeared, and a shocking family secret was revealed. For decades, the Blackwood family hid the truth about Daniel Blackwood, a man who disappeared because he loved a poor woman. Now, a mysterious letter claims that Daniel is still alive, but is it true, or is it another trap? Let's continue the story.
My name is Emma Carter, and neither Ethan nor I slept that night. The mysterious letter sat on the table between us, silent, waiting. The next evening, Ethan drove to the location written in the letter, an old warehouse near the harbor. Dark, abandoned, lonely. I wanted to go with him, but the letter clearly said, "Come alone." Still, I couldn't stop worrying. The warehouse looked empty. Broken windows, rusty doors, years of dust. Ethan stepped inside carefully. His footsteps echoed through the darkness. Then, a voice spoke. "You're finally here." Ethan froze. An elderly man slowly emerged from the shadows. His hair was gray. His face was lined with age. But his eyes looked exactly like Ethan's. The old man smiled sadly. "My name is Daniel Blackwood." For several seconds, neither man moved, neither man spoke. Ethan could hardly believe it. The missing uncle, the family mystery, the forgotten brother, standing right before him, alive. Daniel sat down slowly. Then he began his story. "Your grandfather hated my relationship. He believed poor people were beneath us. He wanted me to marry someone wealthy." Daniel laughed bitterly. "But I loved only one woman, a poor schoolteacher named Lily. The woman he planned to marry, the woman his family refused to accept. They gave me an ultimatum." Daniel's voice became heavy. "Choose the family or choose love." Ethan held a chill. The story sounded familiar. Too familiar. It was exactly what had happened to him years later. Different people, the same prejudice, the same cruelty. Daniel sighed. "When I chose Lily, I lost everything. My inheritance, my name, my family." The next morning, he left, never looking back. For decades, he built a simple life, a peaceful life, far away from wealth, far away from the Blackwood name. Daniel smiled softly. "Lily gave me something money never could, a real family." His eyes filled with tears. "We struggled, we worked hard, but we were happy." Ethan listened quietly, thinking about Emma, thinking about his own choices. For the first time, he felt proud of the path he had taken. Then Daniel's expression changed. The sadness disappeared, replaced by concern. "There is another reason I contacted you." Ethan sat forward. "What is it?" Daniel hesitated, then said, "Someone has been looking for Emma." Ethan's blood ran cold. Daniel lowered his voice. "The people following her? They aren't working for Sophia." Ethan frowned. "Then who?" Daniel looked directly into his eyes. "Someone inside your family." The room became silent. Very silent. At first, Ethan refused to believe it, but Daniel continued. "For months, I've been investigating. The black car, the men, the surveillance, it all leads to one person." Ethan's heart pounded. "Who?" Daniel took a deep breath and spoke a name. "Victor Blackwood." Victor Blackwood, Ethan's older cousin, a man few people trusted, a man known for ambition, greed, and manipulation. For years, Victor expected to inherit a large part of the Blackwood empire, but everything changed when Ethan was born. The family began preparing Ethan as the future heir. Victor never forgot and never forgave. Daniel revealed something terrifying. Victor believed Emma was the reason Ethan abandoned the family, and because Ethan left, the family business became unstable. Investors became nervous. Arguments increased. Victor saw an opportunity, a chance to gain power, a chance to take control, and Emma stood in his way. Meanwhile, I was finishing my shift at the cafe. The evening seemed normal, peaceful, safe. Then I noticed something. The black car again, parked across the street, watching, waiting. And this time, it did not drive away. Fear rushed through me. I immediately called Ethan. No answer. I called again. Still nothing. Then the car door opened. A man stepped out and started walking towards me. Fast, very fast. My heart pounded. I turned and ran. I ran through crowded sidewalks, across intersections, past stores and restaurants. The footsteps followed. Closer, closer, closer. I could barely breathe. Then, suddenly, a second figure appeared, stepping directly into the man's path. The stranger grabbed the man. The two struggled briefly, giving me time to escape. I looked back and froze. The person helping me was Sophia. I couldn't believe my eyes. Sophia? The same woman who destroyed my relationship? The same woman who lied? The same woman who hated me? Yet there she was, protecting me. The attacker escaped, disappearing into the crowd, but the questions remained. Why would Sophia help me? Later that night, Sophia sat across from me. For the first time, she looked different, not arrogant, not proud, just exhausted. I made mistakes, her voice trembled, horrible mistakes. Tears filled her eyes, but I never wanted anyone hurt. I remained silent, listening carefully. Sophia leaned forward. You need to be careful. Victor is dangerous. He approached me months ago. My heart stopped. What? She nodded. He wanted information about you. He offered money. I refused. The room fell silent. Everything was becoming clearer and much more dangerous. That night, Ethan finally returned. He told me everything about Daniel, about Victor, about the truth hidden for decades. As we sat together, a terrible realization appeared. The attack, the surveillance, the threats, none of it was over. In fact, the real battle was only beginning.
And that is the end of part 5. Daniel Blackwood has finally returned. A family secret has been exposed, and a new enemy has stepped into the light. Victor Blackwood, a man willing to do almost anything to gain power, even if innocent people suffer. My friends, do you believe Sophia has truly changed? Can she be trusted? And what do you think Victor will do next? If you want part 6, make sure you stay with Daily English Practice Channel. Keep listening, keep practicing, and never give up on your English.